There are already 3 different vaccines available, and pretty much anyone who wants a shot has already been vaccinated. So is a 4th vaccine even needed right now? Our Jess Arnold has been talking with doctors all day. Jess, what are the doctors telling you?
Yeah, Larry, the doctors I spoke with said the more vaccines, the better, because no single manufacturer can supply the 14 billion doses that the world needs. Now, in terms of how the Novavax one works, it's also a 2-dose series like the Pfizer and Moderna with similar side effects. Now, it does not require that really cold storage that Pfizer does, but the major difference is the technology in the vaccine. To get some answers, we spoke with senior scholar at the Johns Hopkins Center for Health Security, Dr. Amish Adalja, and Mayo Clinic Vaccine Research Group Director, Dr. Greg Poland, who also advises the major vaccine manufacturers. Now, what's the significance of another vaccine with 90% efficacy?
I think the significance is the fact that we've got now a menu of vaccines. Certain ones may be better for certain situations, especially when there's cold storage issues at stake.
We can choose the right vaccine for the right patient at the right time. The other thing is we don't know how each of them might vary in their ability to block these more and more emerging variants.
Dr. Poland says all of the approved vaccines depend on virus proteins to produce an immune response, but Novavax uses a different technology. How does it compare to Moderna, Pfizer, and Johnson & Johnson's?
The mRNA is sending the genetic blueprint. The adenovirus vector vaccines is sending the DNA blueprint. Novavax is taking the genetic blueprint, producing the protein, then extracting that protein, pairing it with an adjuvant, which stimulates an immune response, and that's what the injection is.
Novavax says it plans to apply for emergency use authorization in the next few months. It also says it's on track to produce 100 million doses a month by the end of September and 150 million by the end of 2021. Dr. Poland says it's important to remember that these studies were done in the U.S., Mexico, and Republic of South Africa when there was no Delta variant circulating, so we don't have those results. But he speculates the efficacy will still be high.
I've been a vaccinologist for 4 decades, and I can tell you I never would have guessed this with any of these vaccines, with a first-generation vaccine against a virus like this. This is just, the 4th time I've sat back amazed.
I think that we're really seeing a revolution in vaccinology with all of these vaccine platform technologies that really weren't around 20 years ago. Now,
again, both said we have to think globally now because there are still countries and communities in crisis. So more vaccines will help stem the spread around the world.
Well, Jess, of course, this is big news in the fight against COVID-19, but what do these doctors think the impact will be on the future of vaccines overall?
Yeah, well, Dr. Adalja says that there's already talk for when the next infectious disease emergency hits to set a goal of developing a vaccine within 100 days. That is warp speed when it comes to immunology. So researchers are learning a lot that they hope to apply moving forward. Larry.